What's up, YouTube? It's the Big Kahuna back again with another video. And as you can see, yes, the game with the beautiful graphics.
For a long time.
Now, I don't want to have any fights in the comment section with any comic book nerds. But I never really considered Batman a superhero, and this is just my opinion. I always considered him a hero. He was just, to me, a guy who's had deep pockets, a lot of cool gadgets, and wearing his underwear, and he had a nice car and a nice plane he used to fight crime. But let me tell you this, after playing this game, I felt like a superhero. I felt like Superman after playing this game. Now, if any of you ever watched my previous videos, you've heard me say this many a times. I'm more of a multiplayer person than I am a single player person. Which means if I have a game that's multiplayer and single player and it's $60, I think that's worth it. If I have a game that's only single player, it has to be a special game for me to throw $60 on, because to me, if it doesn't have the multiplayer aspect of the game, or it doesn't have the the single player aspect of the games, then it's missing something, and to me that's a $30 game. Now, like I said, sometimes there are some special games that come along that warrant me spending that $60, and this happens to be that game. Now, this is not just a single player game. It does have some type of multiplayer component, which I haven't even experienced yet because I've been too busy playing the story, which should say a lot, because like I just said, I'm a multiplayer type person. I'm the person that downloads his games because I do all my stuff digital, and I go straight online and play the multiplayer. That's me. I love the multiplayer more than I love single player. But when you get that one special game like this game is making me not even worry about the multiplayer at all. I just want to get through this game, do all the side missions, and then I'll check out the multiplayer. But, so, like I said, once again, that should tell you something. When a multiplayer guy is more worried about the single player than they are even worried about the multiplayer. I didn't even know that it had a multiplayer component until one of my friends told me. I didn't even look for it. All I wanted to do was play the single player. Now, I've also heard that some of these big websites have said that it had too much Batmobile in it. And I'm sitting here shaking my head like, are you serious? Too much Batmobile? That is crazy. Now, granted, even if they took the Batmobile out of this game would be awesome. But with the Batmobile in the game, it's much more awesome than it would be without the Batmobile. As you can see right there in that clip, I flew off the building and straight into the Batmobile. Now, once you get the Batmobile, which it doesn't take you that long to get, it's not like one of those things where you're going to have to go through half the game before you get the Batmobile. And it's not going to be one of those things where you get to drive it on one little mission and then it's done. Pretty much, anytime you are on the street, diving from a building, or any of that type of stuff, you can call the Batmobile. Unless it's one of those missions where there's special circumstances on why you can't have the Batmobile. But for the majority of the time, you can call the Batmobile whenever you want. But this is just my first impressions of the video game. I usually don't do reviews, I just do my impressions of the video game. But I'm just saying, anybody who happens to be a fan of Batman, or happens to be a fan of these games, this is a must buy. Now, I know there will be somebody who probably get this game and go, I didn't think the game was all that great. Not every game is for every person. But I'm telling you, the majority of the people that get this game is going to love it. But as I always say, fanboys don't love their favorite system. They just hate yours. Peace.